We are promoting artists this month on Geekdom 101, and this awesome thumbnail here was designed by my buddy Jensen, who also goes by The Gaming Drawer on Devianart and 4Bits Comic on Twitter. Check him out. He does incredible work as we continue to promote artists in the Dragon Ball fandom here on Geekdom 101. Let's get to the video. If you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I've done videos on the different relationships in Dragon Ball, and I love talking about them. We've discussed Android 18 and Krillin, we've discussed Goku and Chi-Chi, Vegeta and Bulma, Videl and Gohan, but now with Dragon Ball Super, we have a brand new ship, I guess you can call it, and that is Trunks and Mai from the future. And yes, it is Valentine's Day, ladies and gentlemen, and on this video we're going to be discussing the relationship and speculating on the love between Mai and Trunks from the future.
I've come back from the future to warn you that if you don't subscribe to Geekdom 101, your future is grim.
So the newest relationship that Dragon Ball has given us, the newest ship, so to speak, is indeed True Mai, Trunks and Mai. Now, those of you who went back and watched Battle of Gods the movie, you know that in Battle of Gods the movie, Kid Trunks and, I guess, adult Mai, who became a kid, had a little bit of a playful kind of thing going on in that film. But when Toei went back to redo the story for Dragon Ball Super, they took it out of the actual story. Now, my guess on that is because Toei probably thought that Toriyama was not going to further, I guess, explore this without knowing that in the Trunks arc, Toriyama did indeed go ahead and explore it. So that's why you see it in the movie and not in the arc. But the reality is the Trunks and Mai ship does seem to be a Toriyama idea. And on this video, we're going to be discussing said ship. And in the past, here on Geekdom 101, I've talked about other relationships, but this is the newest one. And joining me to talk about this one in particular, she's not here because she's a woman. She's here because she's a Trunks fan. And that's why I figure I could pick her brain about this. Please welcome back to the channel here on Valentine's Day, Amber from Amber's Playhouse.
Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me back on the channel, Danny. It's been forever.
It hasn't been that long. Come on. The last video we did was the ever controversial "Is Goku a Bad Husband" video, which...
Oh, God.
Anytime we talk about these ships, it always gets controversy. But I want to talk about Trunks and Mai, because future Trunks and future Mai. Okay, let's talk about it. So, Kid Trunks and Kid Mai, I guess, I don't want to say relationship, but the little thing that they had, or they have, is entirely different than the one from the future timeline, because Kid Trunks and present Mai are very, very different than their future counterparts, because in the future, the world is a very different place, and obviously the world was recovering from the attack of 17 and 18. It's a dystopian kind of, post-apocalyptic world. Future Trunks was the only hero left. And then we have, of course, Mai. So we don't know exactly how future Trunks and future Mai hooked up, but it seems like it's one of those, I don't want to say it's one of those predestination paradoxes, but it does make you wonder if they're supposed to hook up in every timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And but in the future, of course, the population is a lot smaller. The world is a lot darker. What do you think brought these two together? Like, what do you think, like, if you were to guess, again, we're going to go by headcanon here, what do you think got them together, other than, of course, the physical attraction?
That's kind of a tough one. I would have to say probably the Resistance, for sure. Trunks obviously is very well informed because of his mother. She's, Bulma's probably always, she's always in the foreground of everything, because everything kind of has to go through her, since she's the last person who has the most power on this planet, or one of them. I don't know if she's...
You mean like financial power? You mean like financial power? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So everything goes through her, right? So, and maybe that's where he comes across Mai, is when he comes into this new team.
Now, a couple things about that. Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z never really told us what the fate of Capsule Corp is in the future, because in the future, in the present, Capsule Corp is the most, financially successful company. Bulma's family is the richest family in the world. And in the future, though, because of what 17 and 18 did and the damage they caused, I wonder if that changed or if that changed the economy. I mean, that's kind of too deep for Dragon Ball. But my next question to you is about what you said, really. What do you think really made Mai, I guess, become, like, I guess, what do you think led to Mai and the Resistance? Meaning, why is future Mai such a gallant warrior and such such an alpha female? Like, was it just one of those things, like, do you think Mai always had it in her since she was Pilaf's subordinate? Because I feel like future Mai is like a different character from present Mai. Do you think it has to do with the fact that she had to live through hell, like just like future Trunks? Is it the same thing?
I kind of do. I feel like because we don't really know what happened to Pilaf and Shu
Yeah,
in that
we have
timeline.
no idea what happened.
Yeah, they're just gone, right? So maybe something happened to them where she witnessed it and was just like, at that point, she was just like, it's me. I'm left. That's it. There's nobody else. It's just me. And she was like, I have to pull my own weight. I have to man up and take care of myself and, be this strong, independent woman, or else I'm basically going to be fucked because there's nobody around anymore to take care of me. Because essentially Pilaf was kind of taking care of both of them. She was always following him, so she never really had to do stuff on her own. And now all of a sudden she's by herself. She's like, well, if I don't do anything, then I'm just going to die like the rest of them, and I don't want to. So
I really like the idea that Pilaf and Shu were killed by 17 and 18 or something like that. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but I like it because it could definitely shape her because she's been with them for so long. And, obviously, I could totally see that. Now, let's look at the relationship. So, obviously, the whole thing about it is that they always say, oh, it's not like that, it's not like that. Well, I'm pretty sure that either it became like that or it's gonna be like that, okay? So, obviously, Trunks has less choices than other people, there's less women on Earth. Same thing with Mai, there's less men on Earth. The world has a smaller population. If you were, being a woman yourself, what do you think, in your opinion, what do you think Mai found attractive about Trunks? And there's a lot of Trunks fangirls out there, so it's probably an easy answer.
Well, I mean, if we're talking physical, then it's a fucking given. But
the haircut from 1992.
Oh God, yes. Let's not go there, okay? That really gets Amber going. So
good to know.
No, but aside from the physical, honestly, I think it's his bravery, for one. Like, that to me is a major turn on when a man stands tall and proud and is like, I'm going to do this. I'm here to protect you.
So you think the fact that he's the sole survivor is pretty much like that was a big thing?
Yeah, because it's showing her that he's strong, right? It's showing her that he's powerful, that he can take on, more than the average male that she's come across. And to a woman, that's very, that's very satisfying. That's very comforting to know that there are still, in a time like Mai and Trunks are living in, it's very comforting to know that there are still men like that out there. You know what I mean?
And I think from Trunks' perspective, when it comes to Mai, I feel, my opinion, of course, and I definitely want to hear everybody's comments down below. I feel that when it comes to Trunks, I think that because Mai has no real power, so to speak. She's not Android 18. She's not Vado. She's not even Videl as far as what they can do in combat. But she's so ballsy. The fact that we see this woman go out there challenging Goku Black several times. She tries to snipe him with a special bullet, with a magic bullet, like all these different things she tries to do, right? And she knows that she's totally powerless. She doesn't know energy. She's not a fighter, but she is a fighter. Like, she does her absolute best. And I think that's what Trunks really likes about her. I mean, they obviously bonded for such a long time. We saw in the first episode of the arc, they're sitting there eating cat food together because the world is so fucked. Like, this is a very dark time, and I feel like, and this is one thing that's true to life too, I feel like when you're with somebody for a very long time, if you're with somebody, right, you might develop feelings for them if there's attraction there. If there's attraction there and you're with them for a long time and you go through adversity there's a good chance that you're going to develop a kind of attraction for him. And I think that might be what happened, you know, because no matter which way they want to slice it in the series, they're going to hook up, all right? I don't know what their fate's going to be. Maybe we'll come back to it later in Super, but they're going to hook up. I hope they actually have a kid and he becomes the next character in the next arc. I really hope that happens. I really want that to happen. So where do you think Mai and Trunks go from here? Because they're going to another world, and they're going to be the only two in that world except for the other two variations of themselves. Like, it's almost like now they're kind of stuck together because there's nobody else left from their timeline because Zeno destroyed it.
Yeah, that still makes me sad thinking about that.
The ending of that arc was very, very sad, yeah. So your lesson today from this video, folks, is that sometimes when sometimes your love and attraction can pop up unexpectedly, and if you spend enough time with somebody, one day you might look at them and be like, hey, they're looking pretty good today. It happens. It happens all the time.
It does.
Thank you so much, Amber. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, just, I hope they do end up getting married and having babies. And, maybe like you said, one day we'll see them. Maybe towards the end of Super, they'll come back for like a reunion or something, and they'll have little kids.
I just hope that they have a kid who's actually like, he'll be a quarter Saiyan, and that kid can be like a Pan, like it'd be like a Pan type character. I would love if they did something like that.
That'd be badass.
I would love it, yeah. I will leave a link in the description for Amber's channel. Check it out. Lots of variety of content over there. And thank you, as always, for being here on Valentine's Day. You're here with me on Valentine's Day and nobody else. So what does that tell you? You are my Valentine, Amber, now and forever.
Oh, you're mine too, Danny.
Yeah. That's right. Now there's a lot of jealous people out there on both sides. On both sides. All right, we'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye.